We start with the 1 hour chart. The only thing is for this coin, which we doing the analysis, if we refer to the HIT BTC, we see the different price because based on HIT BTC right now, the price 0.256. And if we refer to Binance, we see the different price because sometimes for the crypto, right now the Binance is almost 4.2. Sometimes for the crypto, we see this kind of the difference. Okay, and our analysis every time was based on HIT BTC. And no one at first we start with the HIT BTC, then we move to the Binance. Okay, if we refer to what analysis in my last video, since the price was within this, we mentioned about the possibility we can look for the flat for price to drop. The another one was if we get any correction, we can look for buy. By the way, we could get the trade set up from here for the next, for the short-term trade based on 1 hour chart. Now we want to see whether what's the next. The possibility for right now to look for this one as a flat is very less, simply because of what we get here. All right, and what we can expect if we get any flag or correction here, we can look for continuation, we can look for the short-term trade, because later if we refer to the Binance, we can see the different movement, but the price is different. But if they move, for example, the price increase for both of them, the price move up, but may not in the same within the same price. Okay, but the movement can be the same. That's why what I can say here, no, I'm not looking for the price to drop. I'm looking for the continuation. The only thing is we need to look for the trade setup. Any trade setup similar to what we get here, we consider as a short term because we want to see whether the price can retest the top based on 1 hour chart or not. Okay, but beside that, we should know that how about if we put this one as an internal flat? What I want to say, this one still can move a bit higher. If it, what we're looking for buy, we're looking for the sharp move, not the corrective move. Because if it turn to a corrective move, any down move can be quite sharp. Okay, and right now we don't have any trade set up, any flag, or if we see correction, we can look for buy, but right now we don't have it. Anyway, we move to higher time frame. We see what we have based on daily chart, and mostly what we can expect for the continuation. But from now, any trade setup, we should have the proper management because the way is moving is really sharp. We need to get the correction. Either here, this is our correction, it may tend to more complex, or even the price move a bit higher, we can expect for the correction. Okay, and even if we move to forward chart, this is what we can see, whether this is the start of the up move or we can expect the price move a bit higher, drop, turn to a deeper correction. We're looking for continuation as well for me. Okay, any trade setup for buy, I will take it. The only thing is may tend to a more complex correction. At least we know about this, that may tend to a more complex correction. We should know how to trade it. This is the only things I can say. Anyway, I'm looking for buy. The only thing is right now we don't have any trade setup. Any correction or trade setup from now, we'll take it. Again, I will repeat. If there is a continuation with the corrective, we should know that the price may can give us one more drop. Okay, this is the only reason I'm keep pointing on this, because if there is any drop, it can be really sharp. By the way, right now we move to Binance. We see what we have there. Okay, and from here, as we can see, similar to what we had on the hit BTC, the price broke this, the previous stop, we get this correction and the price continue. Now we want to see whether we can see this movement on the hit BTC or not. And the only thing, so right now based on Binance, we want to see whether the price can break the previous stop or not. The only thing is if anyone wants to buy at this stop, they should be quite careful, because with the breakout of this, for mostly we can look for continuation as a sharp. Okay, the only thing is whether this is the only correction and this is the start of the up move, or this one can turn to a more complex correction. Okay, and right now we don't have any trade setup. Anyone get the trade within this, they have to start to manage. All right, and if we move to daily chart, similar to what we explained based on the hit BTC, no difference. We're looking for continuation, and as well here. The only things again, any breakout of desktop, we should be quite careful. If we see it's not moving really sharp, maybe we need to, the only thing is maybe this one tend to give us one more drop before we get the next move. That's why with the breakout of this, we need to be quite careful. And it doesn't mean we are not looking for continuation. We're looking for continuation. We're looking for buy. but we should know how to manage it, because mostly if we get any drop, it can be really sharp. Okay. Anyway, as we can see, the price is moving. Right now, we don't have any trade set up. Having entry above this, I don't suggest it. If anyone can, I mean, they have a ability to manage it in case the price tag and drop is up to them. But for me, any breakout of this with the correction of flag, I will look for buy. But I will consider as a short term. As long as it get into the profit, I will start to manage it. And how about if I move to BTC? What we have there? Yeah, mostly they're following each other, but the price is the different. As I mentioned, if there is a continuation for the hit BTC, also we see the continuation. The only thing is the gap and the price is really different, almost 2 times. Okay, not 2 times, is like 1.5. This one is 2.6. This one is 4.3. Okay. Anyway, those they buy the both on the Binance, they should be more likely. But for me, mostly I was trading on a hit BTC. All right. And anyway, still we get the chance to look for the trade, and we want to see for if anyone is trading for the BTC. Still, we can, if we get any trade from here, we can look for buy, because the price is quite far from the previous top. But for the Binance, almost near to the previous top. Anyone is buying here, they shouldn't be quite careful. Okay. Anyway, as I mentioned, both of them, they're following each other. The only thing is the price is different. And in this case, we just follow the chart. We see how we can look for trade. If I see any update, any trade setup that can confirm for the next move, I will share. The only thing is if anyone is trading based on a hit BTC, still made this one, if this one give a correction, we can look for buy. But if this one turn to a corrective move, this kind of the move, we can expect either to get one more drop, or the next drop can be similar to what we have here. It can turn to a flat. Whatever right now we're talking is about the technically. Okay, it doesn't mean it have to happen, because as we can see, based on the two different exchanges, they have a different movement, different prices. That's why the technical analysis for this kind of the situation, it cannot be 100% accurate. Most of the times, even the technical cannot be 100% accurate, even especially for this case. That's why whatever the thought we have, we put there, and we look for the buy. We're looking for the buy, but if we see it's not moving the way we want it, at least we know, okay, this is one of the option we can look for. At least we know how to manage it. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any trade setup can confirm for the next move, I will share. Thanks.